2006 Ballon d'Or winner, World Cup winning captain, and all-around legendary central defender, Fabio Cannavaro. But what happens if you move him in his prime to England's 6th tier? Let's find out. And with that, the Italian has arrived in Ellesmere Port. I thought it would be fitting for him to move from Turin, one of Italy's great car manufacturing cities, to one of England's. In 2006, Fabio would play over 50 matches for Juventus and captain them to their second consecutive league title. Unfortunately, those would be revoked after the Calciopoli scandal. Vauxhall Motors FC aren't quite the giants of Juventus though. In their history, the highest they've ever made it in the English footballing pyramid was the 6th tier. In 2014, they voluntarily withdrew from this level of competition and demoted themselves down a number of divisions. Maybe Cannavaro can lead this squad to an unprecedented promotion. In reality, they couldn't even come close. In 2006, the club would finish 18th in the Conference South, managing just 12 wins in 42 matches. And there's definitely a lack of quality which would explain why. Steve McNulty will be Fabio's partner at the back for this season. With that in mind, I think it's definitely best to keep things simple. We're going to go with a 4-4-2. With Cannavaro in the centre of defence, I've encouraged the team to play an offensive style. The Italian should be more than capable of covering any spaces we leave in behind. Let's move through the season. It didn't take long for Cannavaro to have an impact. A dominant clearance turned into a perfect through ball, and his teammate McGivern puts it in the back of the net. 2 weeks later, he'd opened the scoring from the penalty spot. That led to a 3-1 victory. Once again he shows his aerial dominance, before the ball flies back towards him. With little space he plays another perfect through ball over the top to his teammate O'Donnell. Another convincing 3-1 win. With 18 games played, Cannavaro is doing well. He's fired his team all the way to the summit of the league. They've lost just twice in 18, conceding only 10 goals. In the FA Cup, Vauxhall beat Chelmsford and Carshalton to move into the 3rd round. This set up a tricky encounter against Championship side Plymouth. Even a World Cup winning captain was powerless to stop the Devon side, as they took a convincing lead in the first half. A day to forget, but impressive nonetheless to make it that far in the competition. Let's move back to the league. Once again, the Italian was on penalty duty. His conversion led to a 1-1 draw against Alfreton. His final major involvement of the season came here against Northwich. His pressure led to a terrible back pass, before the ball squared for a simple finish. In all, he had a terrific season. Playing each and every league match, he contributed 7 goals and assists. Incredibly, he would win 98% of the tackles he attempted. He also completed 71% of his passes, a little lower than I imagined, but he's definitely not working in a team built to retain possession. But where did his side finish in the table? Well, they went on to become champions. With Cannavaro, they lost just 4 matches all season, amassing 16 more points than runners-up Worcester. With the Italian, they conceded 50 less goals than in reality. Definitely not surprising that they got their hands on the title. Fabio Cannavaro was undoubtedly one of the best defenders of his generation. Fans of Real Madrid, Juventus and the Italian national team would love to have him back on the playing field now. Since retiring, he's entered the world of coaching, and must be hoping to replicate all of his achievements in the dugout.